Today, I want you to take a moment and ask yourself a question. How often do you reflect on the conversations you have with yourself? When you face challenges or even small setbacks, what's the first thing you tell yourself? Do you encourage and uplift yourself, or does self-doubt creep in? Now think about this. Every thought, every word you direct inward has a ripple effect, an effect as powerful as any action you take in the world. In Stoicism, there's a profound belief that our perceptions shape our reality. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." And so, if thoughts hold such weight, how important do you think it is to take charge of them consciously? The mind is like fertile soil, ready to nurture and grow whatever seeds you plant in it. Positive self-talk and affirmations are like seeds of resilience, strength, and wisdom. They're tools, but they're only powerful if we choose to wield them, directing our conscious mind to lead the way and sow these seeds. Let's take a deeper look at this connection between the conscious and subconscious mind. Imagine for a moment that your conscious mind is the captain of a ship, standing at the helm, deciding the course and guiding the way. This captain, your conscious mind, is fully in control of steering, choosing which direction to take. The ship, however, doesn't run itself. Below deck, unseen, is the engine room, where the subconscious mind works tirelessly, following every order the captain gives. Now, this engine room is powerful, disciplined, and capable of incredible feats, yet it doesn't question orders. It doesn't stop to ask whether the course is safe or wise. It simply follows the directions it's given. Think about that. Our subconscious mind, powerful as it is, merely follows along. It operates based on the thoughts we direct at it through our conscious mind. If our conscious mind feeds it words of strength, it believes in that strength. If we feed it self-doubt, then it will accept that self-doubt is reality. This realization should remind us of the Stoic lesson that we have the power to shape our inner world, regardless of the world around us. Epictetus, another Stoic teacher, taught that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our judgment of those events. And this judgment starts with what we choose to believe and repeat in our own minds. So, why does this matter? Because every negative thought, every moment of self-doubt, isn't just a fleeting whisper in your mind. It's a command sent to your subconscious. It's a direction you're giving the engine room, whether you realize it or not. This is why mindfulness, being intentional and aware of your thoughts, is not just a concept for philosophers. It's a life skill, a practice of guarding the gateway to our subconscious. Now, some may say, "I can't help but have negative thoughts." And that's natural. None of us are immune to moments of self-doubt or fear. The Stoics, too, recognized that these emotions arise. But what sets a resilient person apart is not the absence of these feelings, but rather the conscious decision to refrain them. Negative thoughts may come, but they don't have to stay. As the captain of your ship, you can choose to steer your mind back on course with positive self-talk. This brings us to the core of positive self-talk itself. Think of it as choosing the language of resilience. Instead of, "I can't," say, "I will find a way." Instead of, "I'm not enough," tell yourself, "I am capable." These affirmations aren't mere words. They're reminders, markers you set down on the path of growth and resilience. They are the conscious choices we make, setting the subconscious on a course towards strength and confidence. But let's be clear, this isn't about blind optimism. The Stoics were never about turning a blind eye to reality. Positive self-talk is not pretending that everything is easy or that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about reinforcing the belief that no matter what we face, we have the strength within us to rise to the occasion. We're not ignoring obstacles, but reminding ourselves that we have the inner power to overcome them. When Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He wasn't suggesting that obstacles would disappear. He was reminding himself that true strength comes from our inner resolve. And And this inner resolve is built by the steady practice of positive self-talk. So let's pause and reflect on the impact of negative thinking. Every time we give in to self-doubt or allow fear to direct our thoughts, we're setting our subconscious mind on a path of limitation. Over time, if left unchecked, these negative thoughts accumulate, slowly becoming self-imposed barriers. And these barriers, in turn, become our reality. But just as the Stoics believed in the power of choice, we too can choose to tear down these barriers with self-affirming thoughts. Imagine replacing "I can't do this" with "I am learning and growing." Imagine turning "I'm not good enough" into "I have the strength within me to keep improving." These are not just words. They are shifts in perspective, shifts that give you strength rather than sap it. And as these shifts take root, they slowly change the subconscious mind, programming it to expect and believe in resilience. The road isn't always easy. Changing our thoughts is like redirecting the course of a ship in turbulent waters. But just as the ship responds to the steady hand of the captain, so too does the mind respond to our steady practice of positive self-talk. Every time you choose to replace a negative thought with an affirmation, you're strengthening your inner resolve, building a mindset rooted in resilience. In Stoicism, there is a practice known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It's the idea of preparing our minds for the challenges ahead, not so that we may avoid them, but so that we may face them with inner strength. Positive self-talk, in this light, becomes our daily preparation. By affirming our worth and abilities, we build an inner foundation strong enough to withstand any storm life throws our way. So today, as you go forward, remember that you hold the power to shape your reality. You hold the power to direct your thoughts, to choose words of strength, resilience, and growth. You are the captain, and every thought you choose is a command for the subconscious to follow. Let your thoughts reflect the strength within you, and watch as that strength shapes the world around you. We all have a choice to let self-doubt hold us back, or to reaffirm our worth and step forward with purpose. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they remind us that true power lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering our inner world. And by embracing the practice of positive self-talk, we take the first step on this path of mastery. So let's set sail on this journey of resilience, mindful of the course we chart, choosing each thought as a step toward the greatness within us. And as we do, let us carry forward the wisdom of the Stoics, knowing that within each of us lies a strength that no obstacle can diminish. Now, let me ask you a question. How often do you make a conscious choice about the words you use when you speak to yourself? How often do you set the tone of your day by the way you think about yourself and your abilities? Our inner dialogue, the language we use to describe ourselves and our world, can be our greatest ally or our toughest obstacle. In Stoic philosophy, there's an understanding that our perceptions and interpretations give shape to our experiences. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." So, what color are we choosing? Are we painting a picture of resilience and strength, or are we clouding our vision with doubt and negativity? Positive self-talk is about making a deliberate choice. It's about saying, "I am capable," even when we feel uncertain, or "I am resilient," even when life seems overwhelming. In Stoicism, the strength of our character is defined by the choices we make, especially the choice to rise above adversity. When we practice positive self-talk, we're choosing to recognize our strength and potential, even in the face of challenges. But let's dive deeper. This reminds us that positive self-talk isn't just about repeating empty phrases. It's about choosing words with purpose and conviction. Positive self-talk means choosing language that lifts us up, that aligns with our values, and that reminds us of our worth. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." When we use positive language, we are aligning ourselves with the vision of who we want to become, planting the seeds of that vision in our minds. This brings us to affirmations, those small yet powerful phrases that we can return to whenever self-doubt begins to creep in. we can replace negative self-statements with positive affirmations, phrases that reinforce our strength, our resilience, our capabilities. Think of affirmations as mental anchors. When storms arise, these affirmations keep us grounded. Instead of saying, "I am weak," say, "I am learning." Instead of "I am a failure," say, "I am growing, I am improving." With each affirmation, you're choosing to focus not on your limitations, but on your potential. Now, how do affirmations connect with our subconscious mind? Affirmations serve as a bridge between our conscious intentions and our subconscious programming. Every time you affirm your capabilities, you're sending a message to the deeper parts of your mind. Over time, these affirmations help rewrite old patterns of self-doubt, replacing them with beliefs of strength and resilience. This is why Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." It's a reminder that while we may not control the world, we control how we respond to it. And this response begins with our beliefs about ourselves. But words alone are not enough. Positive self-talk, when practiced consistently, can shape our entire outlook on life. Imagine this: if each day you took a moment to speak to yourself with kindness, to affirm your strength, what might change? How would your self-image shift? You see, positive self-talk isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about building a foundation of resilience so that when challenges do arise, you are ready to meet them head-on. In Stoic philosophy, there's a deep understanding of patience and endurance. The Stoics believed in progress over perfection. This point touches on this need for consistency and patience when working to change thought patterns. This isn't a quick fix. It's a daily commitment to ourselves, a promise to keep trying, even when we fall short. Seneca, a Stoic thinker, advised, "There is nothing in the world so much admired as a man who knows how to bear unhappiness with courage." Positive self-talk teaches us to bear life's challenges with courage, to persist in the face of difficulty, and to keep moving forward with grace and patience. Let's talk about how we begin our day. This point suggests that starting each morning with affirmations can set a positive tone for the entire day. The Stoics practiced a form of morning reflection, taking time to prepare their minds for the day ahead. They would remind themselves of their values, their purpose, and their strengths. And in much the same way, beginning our day with affirmations allows us to set our intentions, to choose a mindset of resilience and purpose before the world begins to pull us in every direction. When we choose to start the day with affirmations like "I am grateful," "I am capable," or "I am resilient," we're planting seeds for a positive outlook that can carry us through even the toughest of days. Think of it as setting your course at the beginning of a journey. By choosing your mindset early on, you're better prepared to handle whatever obstacles may come your way. In Stoic practice, this intentional start to the day is a way to prime the mind, to align it with our goals and virtues. The Stoics would remind themselves that adversity is inevitable, but that how we meet it is entirely within our control. And when we begin each day with affirmations, we're choosing to meet the day's challenges with strength and resilience. So, as you move forward, remember the power you hold within. You have the choice to steer your inner dialogue toward positivity and growth. You have the choice to start each day with affirmations that strengthen your resolve. And with every affirmation, every moment of positive self-talk, you are building a foundation of resilience and purpose, rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Let us carry this practice forward, knowing that each word we speak to ourselves is a step on the path to greatness, a step toward the best version of ourselves. Now, let me ask this: how often do we remind ourselves of our own strengths throughout the day? How often do we reinforce our potential and resilience, especially in moments of challenge? Positive self-talk is not just a single choice made in isolation. It's an ongoing practice, a habit we cultivate over time. Stoicism teaches us that true mastery of life comes from consistency, by choosing, every day, to live in line with our values and principles. As Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." And part of what we have to do is remind ourselves constantly of our own capabilities, our inner strength, and the resilience that lies within us. Repeating affirmations throughout the day is a way of reinforcing positive beliefs about ourselves. It's about building a habit of strength and encouragement that can carry us through every moment. Just as we feed our bodies, we must also feed our minds with affirmations that remind us of our worth and purpose. In Stoicism, there's a practice of reciting daily reminders or meditations to keep the mind grounded and focused. By affirming our values and strengths regularly, we're reinforcing a mindset that doesn't waver with the highs and lows of life. Reminding ourselves of our strengths and capabilities as a way to build self-confidence. Think about it. Our self-confidence is like a shield, protecting us against doubt and negativity. And every reminder of our strength is like an extra layer of armor. The Stoics knew that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control our response. They taught that we can meet every challenge with courage and resilience because those qualities are always within us. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When we remind ourselves of our capabilities, we are building a source of strength that no external force can shake. By affirming our strengths, we're acknowledging the abilities we already possess, reinforcing a sense of inner power that gives us the courage to face any challenge. When we shift our inner dialogue to focus on positivity, resilience, and strength, we become more empowered to face life's obstacles. The words we choose to say to ourselves influence how we see the world. Instead of saying, "I'm overwhelmed," we can tell ourselves, "I have the strength to face this." Instead of "I'm afraid of failure," we can say, "I am capable of learning and growing." Each time we choose a more positive, empowering phrase, we're reshaping our inner dialogue to reflect the resilience that lies within us. In Stoicism, this shift in perspective is everything. The Stoics believe that suffering often comes from within, from the judgments and narratives we impose on events. By choosing a mindset of resilience, we take control of our narrative, reminding ourselves that we are more than our fears or limitations. Every moment of positive self-talk becomes a small act of self-mastery, guiding our thoughts towards strength rather than weakness. Now he speaks to the power of our thoughts to shape our reality. This idea is central to Stoicism. We may not control what happens around us, but our thoughts give meaning to our experiences. Seneca taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Our minds can create fear and doubt, but they can also create hope and resilience. By choosing thoughts that reinforce our strength, we're taking an active role in shaping a reality that empowers us, rather than limits us. Positive self-talk helps cultivate positivity, resilience, and ultimately, success. When we practice speaking kindly to ourselves, we build an inner foundation that can withstand life's storms. By focusing on our strengths and potential, we start to see ourselves not as victims of circumstance, but as resilient individuals capable of growth. This doesn't mean life will be without hardship, but it does mean we are better prepared to face hardship with strength and purpose. And finally, by reprogramming our minds for greatness, we are choosing to rise above limitations and doubts. This is a journey that requires courage and commitment. In Stoic practice, greatness is not measured by fame or fortune, but by the strength of character and resilience in the face of life's trials. By embracing positive self-talk, we are building a foundation of self-mastery, rooted in the belief that our strength comes from within. So today, let us move forward with this understanding. Every thought we choose is a step toward greatness. Every affirmation is a reminder of the resilience that lies within us. Let us take this journey of self-empowerment, guided by the wisdom of the Stoics, knowing that true strength and success come from the mastery of our own minds. As we conclude, let's take a moment to reflect on the power that each of us holds within. The path of positive self-talk, of choosing our thoughts with intention, is not just about temporary motivation. It's about a lifelong commitment to our own growth and resilience. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." affirmation. Each word we speak to ourselves is a brushstroke, coloring the canvas of our lives with strength, hope, and resilience. Remember, the Stoics taught that true strength lies in self-mastery. We can't control what happens in the world around us, but we can control our inner world. By consistently choosing words of affirmation, by reminding ourselves of our strengths and capabilities, we are building a foundation that cannot be shaken by life's storms. Let us leave here today with a renewed commitment to ourselves, to choose our thoughts with care, to speak kindly to ourselves, and to reaffirm our worth and potential every day. Let's embark on this journey of self-mastery, knowing that with each step, we are shaping a reality filled with resilience, courage, and purpose. Thank you, and may we all continue to grow into the strength that already lies within us.